Hello boys and girls, how are you? Are you well? I hope you're doing just fine, and I hope you're ready to add another English idiomatic expression onto your active vocabulary. Remember, it's all about your active vocabulary as opposed to your passive vocabulary. Passive vocabulary comes in handy when it comes to comprehension ability. The more vocabulary you recognize, the more you will be able to understand of English around you. I'm sorry for my husky voice, but I'm getting sicker by the hour, to be honest with you guys. I have a deep chesty cough and I'm not feeling well at all, but I'm still going ahead with these videos anyway because it's part of my business. I have to take care of your fluency above everything else, above my health. I'm just messing with you guys. Obviously, if I felt so sick that I wouldn't be able to record the video, I wouldn't do it, but I'm still hanging in there, which means I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right enough to record this video. And going back to the passive vocabulary, right? Passive vocabulary is all about comprehension, basically, to be able to understand English used in films and news broadcasts, basically to understand other people and read books. Obviously, you need to develop your passive vocabulary, but if you're serious about your fluency and your ability to speak, that's when the active vocabulary comes into play. And basically, the only way known to me, and I'm not really sure if there are any other ways, the only way known to me is to practice your mouth. Your mouth is your muscle, This is my new Fluency Gym concept, and you may want to check out my Fluency Gym website here, right? And it's true, your English is a very practical skill, and the only way to achieve fluency is by practicing, by speaking. And today's idiomatic expression is I can't put my finger on it, or I couldn't put my finger on it, depending on the context. But basically, it's figurative speech. And if you think about the actual action, when you put your finger onto something, basically, it means that you're identifying something. Basically, if you can see something and you can spot something and you can actually put your finger on it, it means that you've identified something. And I can't really put my finger on it means that you cannot identify a particular thing. And here's a typical example, You're discussing another person with someone else and you're saying that there was something dodgy about that person. Dodgy means something not right, something suspicious, That guy didn't look okay, but I couldn't really put my finger on it, And it means that you're not really sure what was odd about that person, what was off, but you have a feeling, your instinct told you that there was something odd about that person. And this is a very, very perfect example, a vivid example of how this particular phrase can be used. I couldn't put my finger on it. It can be used in this context when you're talking about someone and that you couldn't really put your finger on it. What was wrong about that person? What was odd? Why he or she looked suspicious to you, But you don't necessarily have to use it in this negative context. It's not only to describe people's odd looks or suspicious looks or odd behavior. It can also be used. This phrase can be used to describe just about anything that you weren't able to identify at that time, And here's another example. You discuss yet another person with some friend of yours or just someone or your work colleague or something, and then you tell them, listen, there's something changed about her, Mary has changed, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. I couldn't put my finger on what exactly it is, And then your friend tells you, come on, she's just dyed her hair, her hair color has changed. And then you say, oh yes, you're dead right, her hair is dyed. And that's I'm sorry. I apologize for this. That's my deep chesty cough, right? And then you're saying, yes, exactly, and that's my biggest drawback. I don't notice women's hair changes. And it's actually true with me personally, you know. I'm very guilty at not noticing when women or girls are changing their hair color, you know. I don't really notice it, unless of course that person has completely changed their hair color from black to blonde or the other way around, you know, or something very noticeable. But if a brunette changes her hair color and it becomes auburn or whatever, I wouldn't probably even notice it, you know. But anyway, this is the second occasion when you can use this phrase to talk about someone and tell that you can't really identify what has changed about the person, you know. And then you say, I couldn't really put my finger on it, you know. And now, I'm really sorry, guys. I can't help it, you know. It's a reflex. It's my body's way of trying to get rid of the phlegm accumulating in my lungs, you know. But anyway, let me think of the third example sentence with this phrase. I can't really put my finger on it. Let's suppose you're talking about your own feelings, you know, and let's say for argument's sake you're feeling down, and then someone asks you, what's wrong with you? And then you tell them, I don't really know, but to be honest with you, I do feel a little bit down, but I can't really put my finger on it, you know. There's no reason for it, you know. There's really no identifiable reason for it. I just feel a little bit down, a little bit melancholic, you know. I suppose that's what happens with people sometimes, you know. You just feel a bit sad for no particular reason at all. And then you can use this phrase. I can't really put my finger on it, but there is something, you know. Not that something particularly bad has happened. Nobody has offended me, you know. There is really no reason for feeling a bit sad or melancholic or whatever. It's just that it happens, you know, at a deep subconscious level. Probably something triggers our I'm sorry, guys, it's about time to stop this video, right? So my thought was cut short. Yeah, probably at a deep subconscious level something triggers. What's wrong with me? I made a mistake, but this is one of those mistakes that I'm okay with, you know. I just said the word wrong. Instead of saying triggers, I said triggers, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But this is one of those typical mistakes you might be making, and then you might be feeling very bad about it, you know. But I'm saying, that's fine, that's grand, that's okay. Just keep talking, keep practicing with yourself and develop your fluency and embrace the concept of mistakes. Basically, let's not go back to that conversation I had about what might evoke some bad emotions within you. Let's just stop at the fact that that's the third situation when you might use the phrase, I can't really put my finger on it. You know, you feel bad, but you can't identify the true reasons behind your melancholy, you know, and then you tell the other person, I can't really put my finger on it, and just leave me alone, you know. I'm feeling sad, and let me enjoy my misery, you know. Let me revel in my misery, as we sometimes do, you know. We sometimes actually enjoy feeling sad, you know. It's a sadomasochistic feeling, you know. But anyhow, it's about time to call this a day. And thanks for watching this, man. Thanks for watching this video, my friends. Something is wrong with my fluency now. Probably I'm a bit tired, you know. My my illness doesn't really help either. So I wanted to use the phrase, I can't really put my finger on it, you know, but I actually can. I can identify the true causes behind my inability to speak properly now. It's just the fact that I'm a bit unwell and I'm a bit tired, you know, and the two factors combined result in this video, which I probably shouldn't publish online because it's of a quite low quality, you know. I'm struggling, you know, but I want you to see you know, that a person like me, a fluency mentor, can have his down moments, you know, when he's experiencing downtime, so to speak. You know, downtime is actually a technical term to describe when, say for instance, machines, some industrial machines, are experiencing downtime. They're not actually working. They're not producing the goods or parts for some goods to be assembled or something. You know, that's a technical term, downtime. But currently, I'm experiencing some sort of a mental downtime whereby my brain doesn't work properly. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys, and hopefully we'll see each other tomorrow, and I'll be back on track, and hopefully my voice is not going to be as deep and husky as it is now. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you soon again. Bye bye.